Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at the very beginning stages of selling a business. What are those first crucial thoughts and steps?
hmm
We're drawing from the How to Sell My Business section over at businessbrokernews.us.
It's a good starting point.
Right. And our mission here is really just to pull out those key introductory insights. For anyone out there who's maybe just starting to think about putting their business up for sale.
Yeah, it's a huge decision, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest an owner makes. And naturally, the first question is always, well, where do I even begin?
Exactly. It can feel overwhelming.
And this source gives some really practical first steps.
Okay, so let's dive in. The very first thing they highlight, and it seems foundational, is figuring out your why.
Yes.
Motivation. Why are you actually considering selling now? Is it like retirement finally? Or maybe you've got a new venture you're eager to jump into?
Or maybe it's something else entirely. Could be market changes, could be personal reasons.
The source really emphasizes that understanding this is, well, fundamental. Why is that? Why so critical right at the start?
Well, think of it like your compass for the whole journey. That reason.
Mhm.
It shapes almost everything that comes next.
How so?
It affects the price you might accept, the kind of buyer you'd prefer,
Mhm.
even the timing. If you're selling to fund something new, speed might be key.
Ah, okay.
Whereas if you're retiring, maybe you're more focused on finding someone who will respect the legacy, take care of your team. It keeps you focused when things inevitably get complicated or, a bit emotional.
That makes a lot of sense. Keeps you grounded.
Exactly.
Okay, so right alongside that motivation piece, the source brings up valuation, business valuation. That sounds potentially intimidating early on.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's flagged as an early important consideration.
So are we talking about getting a formal appraisal done right away? Or is it more about getting a feel for things?
It's more about getting a feel for things initially.
Yeah.
A general sense, you don't necessarily need the full, detailed appraisal on day one.
Yeah.
But you do need to start understanding what drives your business's value.
Mhm.
Look at your revenue trends, your profitability, your assets, what the market's doing. It gives you that crucial reality check.
A reality check prevents you from having unrealistic expectations, I guess.
Precisely. And it prepares for those more serious valuation discussions that will happen down the line. You're going in with your eyes open.
All right. Now, this next point I found really interesting. The source suggests you need to start looking at your own business, but through a buyer's eyes.
Ah, yes. The buyer's perspective. Crucial.
What would make your business attractive to someone coming in from the outside? What kind of things might an owner, kind of overlook because they're so close to it?
Oh, plenty. Thinking like a buyer forces you to be objective.
Mm.
As the owner, you see all the history, the effort, the emotional investment.
Right, the blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, a buyer.
Hmm.
They see numbers, potential, risk, and return on investment. They'll pore over your financial statements. Are they clean?
Mm.
Is there growth? They'll look at how efficient your operations are. Is it scalable? What are the hidden risks? Maybe you've learned to live with, say, some older equipment.
Okay.
A buyer just sees that as an immediate cost they'll have to bear, a capital expenditure waiting to happen.
That's a great example. Seeing potential costs, not just potential upside.
Exactly.
The article also mentions starting to gather key documents. It doesn't list everything, but stresses getting organized early. What should people start thinking about pulling together?
Think fundamentals. What shows the health and structure of your business? Definitely financial statements, P&Ls, balance sheets, maybe tax returns for the last, say, 3 years or so.
Okay, the core financials.
Right. And then maybe key operational things,
Mm.
big customer contracts, supplier agreements, leases, perhaps an employee list or org chart. Just having this stuff ready.
It shows you're serious and organized.
Absolutely. Build confidence. This is why I'm prepared. This isn't a surprise. It smooths the process significantly later when buyers start their due diligence.
Right, less scrambling later.
Much less scrambling.
And finally, there's this overarching advice. Plan well in advance. Don't wait until you want to be out the door. Selling isn't like selling a car, is it?
Not at all. Definitely not. It's a process. It can take months, sometimes even a year or more, depending on the business complexity, the market.
Wow.
Planning early gives you vital time. Time to maybe fix weaknesses you identify when you put on those buyer goggles. Time to potentially boost performance, make it look even more attractive.
And time to find the right help. Brokers, lawyers.
Yes, time to assemble your advisory team. Rushing the sale almost always means leaving money on the table or accepting less favorable terms.
Okay, so let's quickly recap these initial steps from businessbrokernews.us. First, really dig into why you're selling.
Make that motivation clear.
Mm-hmm.
Second,
Second, start thinking about valuation. Get a realistic sense of your business's worth in the current market.
a ballpark figure, a reality check.
Third, adopt that buyer's perspective. Look at your business objectively, warts and all.
See what they would see.
Fourth, begin gathering key documents, financials, core operational stuff. Get organized.
Start getting your ducks in a row.
And overarching all of this, start early, give yourself plenty of runway.
Absolutely. This is all about laying strong groundwork, thoughtful preparation right at the beginning.
It really sets the stage for a smoother, hopefully more successful sale down the road.
Precisely. And it brings up a final thought, maybe for you listening. If you were hypothetically looking to buy a business similar to yours right now, today, what are the top 2 or 3 things you'd absolutely insist on seeing? What would make you excited as a buyer?
Hmm.
Thinking about that now from that perspective,
Yeah.
it can really shape how you prepare your own business when the time comes.